All right, looks like it's that time again. Welcome back to what I call Basin Central, the map where this fishing land matters more than anything else. But will it matter in this one, as we have got Mongols versus Mongols, baby. Let's go. GUA in the blue, Vodka in the red. We've seen both of these folks before, and I believe we've seen them both on Mongols. Or have we? I don't know if we've seen GUA. We've seen him on plenty of factions, but I don't recall if we've seen him on Mongols. We've definitely seen Vodka on Mongols. In fact, we've seen him lose with Mongols. But let's see if he's going to win this time around, as I always love to watch some mirror matchups. It's going to be interesting to see what the openings are and if there's any differentiation. Uvu already set up over here for GUA, and movement to the center for the dot by Vodka. There we go, guys. Take this basin. Do not ignore the lake. It's critical, guys. Just look at this. I'm gonna select through all these for you guys, because I am an information gatherer, and I think it's important to hoard all the information so no one else has it. But more importantly, information. Look. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, it takes ages like this. I probably could have double clicked, right? But this is more influential. It took me that many click and drags, guys. 14 shoreline, 19 deep waters. Remember, these shorelines, that's 14,000. The deep waters worth 2,000 each. So that's 38,000. Not to mention the deep waters regenerate. Ignore this part of the map at your own peril. And Vodka, he doesn't want to have to be on the Vodka, so he won't ignore it. Meanwhile, GUA goes for the safe dock in the meantime. He has set one up back here. Uvu already down, but not really using it in any way. Is at least collecting the stone, so not a bad choice. Uvu, there it is. So it was scouted out for Vodka, so he'll move across to his. Or not. No, he doesn't have the wood for it yet, but he knows where it is. But the concern right now is GUA. Your economy is not going to boom the same way at this rate, because you're probably not going to double dock here. So in this opening, GUA still hasn't even tried to get present on the center lake. So to me, Vodka definitely has an advantage. I think Vodka can sit back. I'm going to want to see GUA do something aggressive in the next 2-3 minutes to alleviate what's going to happen economy-wise in the next 2-3 minutes. Because yes, at the moment, you're kind of evening up, right? You're getting your fishing ships out here as well. But there's going to be a cap where you're like, well, there's only 5,000 food here. And even if you do build 20 fishing ships there to get through all that food quickly, you're going to reach the burnout point in that lake very quickly compared to your opponent, who's just going to be able to garner food here forever. He can build 50 fishing ships. I'll still be okay over here, guys. Okay, maybe 50 is a little bit of a fishy play. But you will see a lot of little fishy boats here. And right now, GUA won't have a solution. He could go for a quick tech up and then maybe look towards Magadai. Magadai aren't actually terrible against fishing boats. Just lets you get in quickly and attack, especially with the Khan attack speed buffs, right? But I'm thinking several minutes down the line. Of course, we're still only 3.5 minutes in. Stop jumping the gun, KP. But we're already seeing this difference, right, in terms of the food value, right? Because although you've got all these people on gold for GUA, if you look across at Vodka, he's going to shift them over gold now. He's already sitting on the required amount of food because he chose to actually keep people working on cheap. This is surprising to me, by the way. I think you don't need to have that many. I think you maybe keep 3, possibly 4 on villagers on cheap, because then by the time you got like 3 fish and chips, you always have enough food to produce villagers. But he wanted to be ready for a quick tech up. He's going to get the gun now, so he'll be able to get into that gold vein. But GUA so far, oh my goodness. All right, I don't know if GUA wants to be an Age of Empires player or just an actual sheep farmer at this stage. I mean, he's going to need it, right? We talked already about how there's a limited amount of resources here. But no rush shenanigans. I want to highlight that, by the way. No one's tried anything cheesy yet. We've seen how effective the scout rush can be against a Mongol player because it's kind of hard to defend themselves, but we're not seeing that this time around. So that's kind of cool to identify. Deer Stone is being built at relatively the same time, but of course GUA with a quicker timing as he invests 9 workers into building here. Feels like GUA's in a rush, and it's kind of surprising to me because okay, yeah, he did. I think he did scout this out, so that would be why he's rushing. He does manage to get in on this side. This is really well played by GUA. So he doesn't panic. He doesn't feel frustrated under the pressure. He takes his time and then moves on the water in time for Tech 2, which is really cool because now he has a protected economy at the back, which we said is a finite amount of resources. He can't rely on this forever. But now he can invest in the center on a military force quickly to try and rush his opponent's economy in center. And remember, Vodka did not invest in this backwater here. Information that GUA seems like he might actually have after the back scouting. So this is actually a really big play from GUA. It's essentially giving Vodka the rope to hang himself. And we'll have to see if it plays out that way, as GUA gets the tech up first. I really want to see a military ship straight away here. I just want to see 2 or 3 light junks. Yep, straight away. This is such a big brain play from GUA. Man, this is why I'm always struck with this guy's ego. He might not win every game we watch, but it's stuff like this that really just makes me think he's got an incredibly promising future as a pro player. In Age of Empires 4. I should highlight in Age of Empires 4. Of course, he already had a very promising showing in other Age of Empires games. So, Doc's being burnt. He really needs a light junk out. I'm just not sure it will get there quick enough now. Feudal Age finally reached for Vodka, but he's definitely behind and he has to feel it. First Archer ship coming out. It's already been waypointed over there. No counter Archer ship being built yet by Vodka. Now, GUA doesn't have this info, of course. We have God Vision. We know everything. If he did, he'd wait to run in with 2 Archer ships instead of 1. But he'll send this Archer ship in. It'll immediately start forcing the garrisoning of the fishing ships. They're still going to be free exposed. Even if he doesn't kill these fishing ships, they won't be gathering. And Billy's trying to move over to repair. He looks like he's going to sneak one in here, but they're going to be sniped out. I'm surprised he tried this without any sort of escort. So the Khan will be able to run down this Villy, so 2 Villys just lost like that. He's moving the archery range over towards the Uvu now, so this is a smart play as well, by the way. Another detail, obviously they wouldn't have been able to snipe the archery range. It's way too tanky. So he built it where it was safe and then moved it towards the Uvu because he couldn't reach it due to the Spearman. So really cool small play there from GUA. Means he'll be able to repel these land forces as archers start to be produced. And he's doing it at double the pace as well to ensure he doesn't get overwhelmed. Meanwhile, archer ships slowly burning down these fishing boats. It's already taken out 1. I think Vodka hasn't noticed this, by the way. He's getting so many alerts about the attacks back and forth over here. And this is the cool part about what GUA is doing. It's a distraction, even if it was to lose a few units. He will get rid of the Spearman here, but more importantly, he's going to get rid of the eco on the water for Vodka completely. And there you go. Light junk now being built, but damage is going to be done. These repairs aren't coming out quick enough from the fishing boats. So I think he's going to lose all of them before he even has the junk ship out. Or maybe not. Okay, he's going to get it out, but he's going to lose another fishing boat at least. Guys, everyone thinks Mongol are trash and war, but look at the attack speed on these light junks. This isn't that bad. So there you go. Light junk on light junk. But advantage about to be with GUA is his second light junk is already on the way. So he has military advantage. He has a second dock as well. Now being built up. And remember, Vodka's still only here with 1. And there you go. You're pushing back. And straight in. GUA is going to get the trade on this light junk by the looks of it. And he won't lose his for it. There you go. Sinks that. This is the moment where he should send this back to get repaired. He'll leave this one here to keep harassing, and he should have another light junk coming out. Remember, now that he's got 2 of these docks up, he can maintain the influential advantage on the war in here in terms of military presence over his opponent, but now he can build up an eco as well. And that's the critical detail, because right now, Vodka has no solution. Also, remember, he was building these early spearmen, which are now counted out by the small contingent of archers. So, light junk will back away for the moment. He'll repair this one up, and then he should go back with 3, knowing that he'll have the military advantage at all stages as he moves in. Archers, trying to snipe out the Khan. The horsemen have been produced by Vodka, so this is where GUA will have to pivot as well, because these horsemen, of course, very effective against the archers. And he doesn't snipe out the Khan, but he will at least get these spearmen. Surprised that Vodka ran these in, actually. He'll turn around, gets the Khan in the end, so these sheep aren't coming back to base. And that's an important detail, by the way. 2 minutes until Khan spawns, now you can't return these sheep at a quick pace. And remember, you're capped on the water in the center here because, of course, you have to keep producing military. You can't get any new fishing ships. In the meantime, Vodka also hasn't actually built a back dock here. So he is pretty stripped to the bone in terms of how he's going to get food. And that is why he now pivots into pastures. It almost feels like Vodka is seeing it as a done deal that he's not going to be on the water for long. Light junks. 3 against 2. Remember, they both have the micro capability to juke them out here, but it looks like GUA is just going to commit this to get rid of 1. He doesn't get his out in time, but he does sink his opponents. And he will be able to bring this one down. New light junk does come out. But GUA, he should be able to back away quick enough here that he keeps this light junk alive. Yeah. And in fact, he's paying his opponent out. Vodka's not paying attention. He's going to lose this. It's going to be a freebie at this rate. Is there another? Yeah, there's another light junk being complete. So he's going to return it now, but it's still going to be sunk. The dock won't repair it quick enough, even if he gets in range. So yeah, sinks that one. and more light junks queued up. But this will be where GUA goes to repair again. And remember, it's this. This is all that matters. It's not that he, okay, yeah, his opponent's still in the water, but he's on the water with 6 fishing ships here. He's also got these fishing ships. If we look at the income per minute, you can see the effect. It's doubling up over Vodka, and everything else is fairly competitive at this stage. More archery rangers moving out as well. So I think he's going for a Magadai army. You have to feel like your opponent's eco-locked, right? Like, you have the option to eco-boom, or you can harass him. Either way, like, he's having to transition his entire economy from water to land now for food, right? And that puts Vodka vastly behind GUA. So GUA is the one with options now. He can either push this advantage, which he has with the Magadai, into the base, or he can tech up. But based on the info he now gathers with these Magadai, expect GUA to either double down, producing more Magadai like he is, or go for a tech up. Yeah, so he's just going for the critical mass. Because he sees how split his economy is as well, right? Because the Uvu is nowhere near the TC. He's going to have stuff exposed all over the place. Something that Magadai can take advantage of with their superior mobility. That being said, Yam speed is no joke. So as a static defense, these archers are very effective, and we can already see that coming into effect as GUA. These are not favorable trades for him. Remember, we talked about how pricey Magadai are. Magadai costing 120 food and 40 gold compared to these normie archers that are 30 food and 50 wood. Back and forth from the water again. Heavy damage done. I would love to see GUA just immediately repair these light junks with the fishing ships so he can immediately go back in and just choke out this dock completely. But looks like that's not happening right now. He's taking the slow repairs. Which is fine as well, because in this situation, right, he knows his opponent has to keep on producing light junks. He's not rebuilding an economy here. So he could just be on the defensive, protect his eco here, which is plenty of fishing points for his fishermen in this side anyway. And then wait for the full repairs and go back across to harass again. So Magadai regroup. Now that you're seeing these archers come out, surely if you're GUA, you just tech up. I feel like you should be teching up. Yam speed is no joke, and you shouldn't underrate it. Like, these archers, just look how quick they're moving right now. They're usually 1.25. They're up to 1.44 movement. That's kind of bonkers. Man, I wonder if Yam's going to get nerfed. I feel like Yam is going to get nerfed to 10% movement speed. Because I rarely ever see the alternative being built by Mongol players. It just feels like the Yam speed boost is just too good. The Astone is just too amazing. And now Magadai here as well. So they wrap on this dock. They'll clean up the light junks. That being said, these Magadai don't have the range to hit the light junk, but in the end, GUA is going to beat him out as he has the numerical advantage on the sea. There are more light junks being built, and remember, these Magadai do pitiful damage due to the 50 range resistance. But with 2 ships here, this new production won't be good enough, and it just gets cancelled. Vodka accepts his fate. So Vodka is now landlocked, which, of course, you know, when most of the map, like 8% of the map is land, isn't the biggest deal usually, but as we've highlighted before, the amount of fishies in the center here, it makes it a big deal. GUA has a standing army. Meanwhile, Vodka, what's he doing? Oh, he's just going for the tech up. This is really dangerous, by the way. If GUA moves quickly across your base and snipes this out, you're in heavy trouble here. You don't have ample protection against this many Magadai. You will lose a ginormous chunk of your civvy count, right? Meanwhile, is there a... Nope. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's a mirror tech up coming out, this time from the Kurultai. So he's not going for step redoubt. He understands he's got an advantage. He wants to push now. Kurultai is bonkers crazy if you can justify it. The reason you build Kurultai, by the way, is because you're all in on the next 4 or 5 minutes. Step redoubt is about an eco advantage to be eked out in the next 8 to 10 minutes. So really, GUA identifying he's looking to end the game now and not wait any longer, understanding he has full advantage on the water, as he should. Moves in. Step redoubt's not complete. It's going to be sniped out. He has the garrison, so he's not going to be able to finish this tech up. And New Age reach for GUA. Big deal here. With this many Magadai, he can clean up this archer army as well. And he does. He moves in. Attack range boost being given. The Khan is here. Wraps around him. The Magadai, remember, they've got a little bit more health here and more resistance as they did get the blacksmith techs. So this archer army is going to fall. And all eco is going to just stall to a halt for Vodka. He calls GG. He knows when he's beat. There's just too much economical power being converted into military for GUA, and that gives him the victory here.